Hey, how's it going everyone, what is up, and welcome to my Suicide Squad video, or my thoughts on the Suicide Squad. That's probably not the title either, don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but anyways, what I'm going to be doing in this video is talking about each and every character in the main Suicide Squad photo that was released. I'm going to be talking about all of them, and what I think about how they look, and what I think about the movie overall. And of course, Jared Leto's Joker, near the end. But yeah, so there have been a lot of set photos, like, released of all the characters, and some of them actually made the characters look better, because some of the angles on some of these characters, in the photo that I hope I've shown so far, maybe it was the thumbnail, I don't know yet. Some of them don't look too good at the angle they're at, mainly Harley Quinn, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to start from left and go right. So, the one on the very left is Slipknot. I have no fucking clue who Slipknot is at all, but it seems he's a rope enthusiast, because he has a lot of rope on him. So since I have no idea how he looks, I'm just gonna think he looks alright. Whatever, you know, he looks like a standard Spec Ops guy who loves rope. So yeah, moving on. Next up is Captain Boomerang. So I really love the mutton chops they got going on here with him. It's given the 80s vibes, like the 80s vibe, with how their costume looks because of some of the coats that they're wearing. It just feels like it's in the 80s for some reason. I doubt it is, but if you look at Boomerang's underjacket, it looks like a Nike or an Adidas jacket right out of the 80s or 90s. So I'm not sure where they're going with that. If it's in present day, that's a little bit weird. Unless she's still living in the 80s, like in his head, that's a little fucking weird. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I mean, he looks cool as shit, and I definitely love the duct tape, the duct tape on his boot. I think that's holding a boomerang that we can't really see because of the angle, but yeah, I think that's holding a boomerang, and it's a nice touch. Overall, Captain Boomerang looks pretty cool. I like the gold chain that he's got, the mutton chops, and if it's in the 80s, the coat and the duct tape, you know, whatever, he looks cool. So next up is Enchantress. If you didn't know that was Enchantress, just by like knowing, someone sent the photo to you, like, hey, look at Enchantress, you wouldn't know that's Enchantress. Enchantress. You think it was a freaking, I don't know what you think it would be. It reminds me of Isis from the game Smite, because I like Smite. But yeah, she looks really fucking weird. So I think Enchantress is supposed to be like the sister of Wonder Woman. And she's like crazy and has an evil agenda or some shit like that. But yeah, I think she looks pretty cool. I like the thing that she's got going on her head, the chains that she's got. The tats, she looks pretty cool. We can't really see a lot of her because Katana's in the way and there haven't been any set photos released of Enchantress, I don't think. I'm gonna go searching for all the set photos after I get done recording this. But yeah, we don't get to see a lot of her. What we do get to see, the neck, bracelet things, the head thing, the tats, the chains, and the overall, like, dark look to her, like, she's climbing out of that freaking well from The Grudge or whatever. I think it looks pretty cool. It definitely fits what her character is probably going to be because, like I said, she's the sister to Wonder Woman, I think. And she's evil, so it kind of fits. So, moving on to Katana. I don't like Katana. I'm sorry. Arrow done wonders with Katana. Katana on Arrow looks fucking cool. She's got the armor, she's got the sword, she's got the markings, the face mask with the Japanese symbol, if I could get words out. And this Katana, all it has going for it is the face mask. Again, this is a costume that looks like it's straight out of the 80s. I don't know why they're going for that look in this picture, or just in general, unless it really is in the 80s, like I've said. But she looks like she's straight out of the 80s with the clothes she's wearing. And honestly, besides the mask, which kind of updates the Arrow mask a little bit, makes it look a little bit cooler, it just doesn't look as good as the Arrow version, because the Arrow version had armor and shit. It was more practical. And this is just weird to me. So, I don't like the Katana. The other three, I like. Don't like that one. But yeah, we're gonna move on to Steve Trevor. That's not Steve Trevor. I'm a fucking idiot. That's Rick Flagg. I'm sorry. So yeah, moving on to Rick Flagg, I believe that is. He looks... I don't know how he looks. I don't know what look they were going for Rick Flagg, but, you know, if they were just going for straight up military, like, I'm military and I'm gonna be leading this team. Like, you just picked me right out of the special ops division and you put me to lead this team. If they do that, then yeah, cool. If he's like some kind of supervillain in this line, doesn't really fit him. He just looks spec ops for some reason. I don't know how I feel about him. He's one of the mixed ones. He's the only mixed that I have. If they're going for like military Rick Flagg, like they pulled him straight out of a freaking spec op mission to lead this bunch of misfits, then yeah, they got that down. If he's like some kind of supervillain or anti-hero, then no. So moving on to the big one, or one of the big ones at least, Harley Quinn. I like it. I really, really like it. The first picture that we saw, this, the picture at the beginning, I was gonna say this picture, but we've already seen it. I didn't like that the angle they had her on. I really just didn't like it because, I don't know, it just didn't, you couldn't see the red in her hair too much. You didn't know it was there. But I do really like this costume from the other angles that we got. And the good thing about Harley Quinn is that this isn't the only costume that we're getting. We're getting like 6 other ones, which is fucking ridiculous. So yeah, this one of 6, is really cool. The jacket's cool. The shirt says Daddy's Little Monster. She's got Joker tattoos on her. She's got Puddin'. I think the necklace that she's wearing says Puddin'. You can tell that this Harley Quinn was pulled like almost directly out of the New 52 Suicide Squad. They look super similar. But yeah, she looks really cool. She's carrying around a baseball bat, as you've probably seen in some of the set photos, which is awesome. And even though I didn't like the angle in the first picture, there were a lot of good angles in the other pictures, just saying. So on to Deadshot, Will Smith. I was so happy when they cast Will Smith as Deadshot, just because I love Will Smith as an actor. I've loved him since Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He's just awesome and hilarious. And he looks fucking cool. He's got that, like, I saw a meme of him, and it showed a close-up, and it said, "Why am I here? I'm cold. They're gonna pick everyone else over me. I'm gonna get shot." It was just, like, complaining because of the face he has. He's, like, sad or some shit. But I definitely think he looks cool. Just in the one without the mask. Here's the one without the mask. It looks amazing. It looks a little bit better than Arrow's version. You can't really compare those because they're really, really different. You can tell that the Katana one was kind of going for the Arrow look, except it just failed. But yeah, the Will Smith as Deadshot without the helmet looks cool. With the helmet looks cool. The only thing that I don't like about the one with the helmet is he's shooting with his right, like his right hand is on the trigger, but his eye thing, like his radar thing, is on the left eye. It didn't make sense to me. But yeah, that's my only complaint with that. Moving on to Killer Croc. So right off the bat, I love Killer Croc. Killer Croc looks freaking awesome. He's one of the other like really big 80s looks in this, and the last one is actually El Diablo. Like 4 or 5 out of all of them look like they're from the 80s. So unless they time travel, it's in the 80s, I think. So this Killer Croc, he looks cool. The only thing that's got me confused about him, they're apparently using heavy CGI, and as we know in the comic books, Killer Croc is fucking huge. Now, in the set photos that were released, and when we see Killer Croc in them, usually on sets like that, when the character is supposed to be huge, they have this rod coming off of them, so the actors who are with them know where to look. So they're not just staring at their chest or waist in the actual movie when the CGI gets added. Killer Croc wasn't wearing one of those. The guy who plays Killer Croc wasn't wearing one of those in the set photos. If they make him that short, I don't like that if he's going to be as tall as everyone else in the movie. Because in the comics, Killer Croc is fucking huge. And I like the style that they're going. Like, his face is mutated. He's probably got super strength, but he's not an abomination. And while I don't want him like with huge claws and giant fucking razor teeth, one's coming out of his butthole, I would like him to be like 7 or 8 feet tall, just so you know that he's ridiculous. Like, he actually like had a mutation or whatever. That's the only thing that I don't like. If he's short, I don't know how I feel about it. But if he was taller, that looks just fucking sick. So on to the last one. I don't know anything about him, so I'm going to keep it short. El Diablo. Have no idea who he is. Looks straight out of the 80s. That's that. Don't really care for him. Whatever. I just have to see him in the movie. So moving on to Jared Leto's Joker. Before we get into it, this is supposedly a leaked fake picture to celebrate 75 years of the Joker. I'm not sure. We're going to be talking about it as if it isn't. So yeah, I think he looks so cool. This Joker is the coolest looking Joker I've seen. I liked Heath Ledger's. His was awesome. Jack Nicholson was awesome. That guy from the 60s. But this, if my dog would stop freaking out. This one is cool. He looks straight up psychotic. Like, he looks like, I don't know, you don't want to bump into him in a dark alley. Now the main complaint about this photo in general was all the tattoos. The damaged tattoo, the ha-ha-ha's, and everything like that. Everybody was saying, it's stating the obvious. It's stating that he's the Joker, even though we know he's the Joker. And I really don't mind them. It seems like something a psychotic person would do. You know, it just seems like the Joker. The only thing that kinda got me off was the damaged tattoo on the head. I don't think it was needed. I'm not mad about it, but it wasn't needed. I would prefer it without it, but I can deal with it. You know, I can just deal with it. Overall, the Jared Leto Joker looks fucking cool. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed DC Sunday. This was a long-ass video. Even, like, without it edited down, it's about 15 minutes. So, I don't know how long it's going to be edited down. But, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the first hope you enjoyed the first DC Sunday. Marvel Monday is coming tomorrow. And if you're wondering what I'm going to be doing with the Flash and Arrow's pre-show hype videos, I can never say that right. They're going to be going up on Tuesday morning or afternoon, you know, before the Flash airs. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.